What they don't realize is how much more interesting their stream is going to be than the other streams I've been pushing to YouTube and Instagram, watching me debug my Facebook stream. It's not the best, and oh my gosh, the picture quality. I gotta wipe off that camera. I'm so sorry. Now that's entertainment. Okay. A little warm up. This will be fun. This is going to be a party. A really weird party. All my friends, my name is Rowan Lipkovitz, presenter at Accordion Noir, frontman of the Creaking Planks, the Jug Band of the Damned. Every week I push out a strange cover song video on Squeezebox. The series is called Stupid Accordion Tricks, and I've been tapped by my friends and colleagues at the Car Free Festival of Vancouver to present a streaming set of live musical entertainment to benefit their august and very worthwhile organization. The event typically takes place in June. Many years they have sponsored our presenting a stage of alt accordion music on Main Street. It's been such a blast. As the creative director of Accordion Noir Affairs over the last few years, it's been one of my chiefest thrills annually to spend Father's Day running that stage and presenting so much great music to the masses. I don't know what the plans are for this summer. Nobody does. No one has that crystal ball to tell us what's going to be going on with COVID, but we're helping to keep the brand out there. Don't forget, everyone, Car Free. It's still going to be a cause worth advancing, even after we all have our vaccinations. And then we have the climate change struggle coming up next. I'm going to talk too much, but I'm going to start playing some music and intersperse the chats with a few tunes. My old traditional sound check song. Floyd to start your night off. As a sound check song, it's not terribly useful because it gives you a great feel for what I might be doing in my right hand and my left hand. Most of my set, I'm actually singing, and you can't test any levels with me doing that. I suppose I could sing the words, but I like part of my shtick, part of my routine. There's a lot of nuanced aspects to the stupid accordion trick, and a big part of what I like to do is to slip people content that they're not expecting when they see someone pull the instrument out on stage. And when you start singing the song, usually it's a bit of a dead giveaway. Instead, people get to go, that sounds familiar, but his context and presentation is so far divorced from where I am familiar with this music that I'm having a difficult time placing it. To the point where sometimes I've been out at open mic night and I play and sing a Britney Spears song, and then afterwards someone comes up to me and says, that sounded just like a Britney Spears song. Well, my friend, that's because it was a Britney Spears song. In this case, this was not a Britney Spears song I just played for you. It's the end of side one. It's been a long time, I forget. But medley, 2 songs in Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, Brain Damage, and Eclipse. It came to me sitting in Guy Ware's wigwam one night at one of Vancouver's bicycle culture events way back around the turn of the century. And I had just picked up an accordion, was trying to figure out what I could do with it beyond what everyone expected me to do with it, which was to do something with it that they weren't going to enjoy. Because why put all the work into doing something if people aren't going to enjoy it? So I had to put a lot of time and work and energy into figuring out a different tack, a new angle, a different approach to the accordion, so I could come up with a different way for them to not enjoy it. Ha ha ha. A little of my self-deprecating humor as an accordion player, it's unavoidable. Here I am. Technically, my stream has started after a long wait for my friends on Instagram and YouTube for me to get the Facebook stream rolling. Here we are on Facebook. I hope you're enjoying the performance. You missed a whole lot of me typing at the computer trying to get you hooked up properly. But enough of that. The show must go on, and it's rolling now. How about I try singing you a song? This is one I traditionally open with when I play gigs with my band, the Jug Band of the Damned, the Creaking Planks, largely retired, on hiatus, unavailable for engagements. But who knows? Things could change. This is a song we like to open with at the top of our sets. The nature of the band is incredibly ad hoc. On a gig-by-gig basis, I'd be making 20 phone calls, and sometimes we wouldn't know which musicians we'd be playing with until we showed up for the gig. In fact, sometimes they show up midway through the set, and then they just kind of join us on the stage, and the sound technician is left to try and find a way to squeeze them in. Very exciting. I'm sure they really appreciate that. But yeah, entirely ad hoc. Made it very difficult to select repertoire for a given show, not knowing which instruments you'd have to back you up. But it's all part of the excitement. You know, bands that play the same stuff every night in the same way, night after night for years, it becomes just a weird kind of job. You go through the motions. The thrill is gone. For us playing in the Creaking Planks, it was more like a nurse's working in the emergency room when you show up at the start of your shift and you have no idea how it's going to go. It's so funny. We had 2 members who actually they had day jobs in the same site. They were co-workers. They worked together, and they were both in the same band, but they didn't know it because they'd never both been at the same practice or showed up to play the same gig. And at one point, they got to have this incredible Eugene Ionesco conversation. Got any plans coming up for the weekend? Oh, well, I'm playing a gig with my band tonight. Oh, really? I'm playing a gig with my band tonight. I didn't know you were in a band. Where are you playing? Oh, we're playing at the Railway Club. What? The band I'm playing is on that bill too. When do you want? Oh, I think we're playing first. I thought my band was playing first. Eventually, it's revealed the two co-workers perform, in fact, in the same band. And on that occasion, it turns out, finally, at the same time. The name of the song. Sometimes all the people aren't here all of the time. Bashed out in broad strokes by our ironing board percussionist, Paul, and we fleshed out the rest of it in a car ride on the way to the Artswells Festival about 10 years ago. That's not the chord it starts with. It's not the result of magic. Don't worry, it's nothing tragic. But sometimes all the people aren't here all of the time. It isn't really mystery. There's truly nothing here to see. Sometimes all the people aren't here all of the time. It wasn't due to accident. Nobody's stuck in wet cement. Sometimes all the people aren't here all of the time. There is no explanation, no rationalization. Sometimes all the people aren't here all of the time. Fiddle solo. Fuddle duddle. Okay, wash tub bass. It's laundry day, okay. Steel guitar. Stolen guitar. Okay. They haven't come to sticky ends, been run down by Mercedes-Benz. Sometimes all the people aren't here all of the time. It's not as bad as we had feared. They haven't all been disappeared. Sometimes all the people aren't here all of the time. Check the county, call the cops. Look at all the coffee shops. Sometimes all the people aren't here all of the time. We did it for hot cabooses. There are no good excuses. But sometimes all the people aren't here all of the time. I don't know what happened there. If we were paid more grandly, we'd turn up much more handily. But sometimes all the people aren't here all of the time. Some of us are stuck in jobs, some of us just as slobs. Sometimes all the people aren't here all of the time. Sometimes we suffer nasty falls, some wind up in hospitals. Sometimes all the people aren't here all of the time. In ad hoc we have fluency, beg pardon for our truancy. Sometimes all the people aren't here all of the time. In ad hoc we have fluency. Beg pardon for a truancy, but sometimes all the people aren't here all the time. Tonight, none of them are here except for me, and only just barely. I have to apologize to our friends on Instagram, the only ones who would have been able to tell either way. At the end of that song, usually we do a kick line. Ba-ba-da-bum, ba-ba-da-bum. If I did that, I would have kicked over the other two cameras recording me tonight, so they wouldn't even get to see it. It would be all consequence and no benefit. I got a microphone pointed at me. I'm going to point it a little bit more at me. Let me know with whatever means you have at your disposal if the picture or stream quality is suffering, or if you can't, if you can't hear me. It's kind of important, otherwise you're just looking at a guy in a Hawaiian t-shirt playing God knows what. My ASCII friend, this is not my Blender entry. I multitask. I got a couple things going at the same time this weekend. Note to YouTube viewer. Alright, so you've heard me play, you've heard me sing. What can I tell you about Car Free Day? They don't only provide us with a stage and a great audience, captive audience, if you will. The lineup at the cotton candy stall have no choice but to enjoy all the greatest accordion music we're able to provide. Fortunately, it is genuinely great. We provide, it's awesome. The acts I've been able to line up, it's not on me. It's that way. It's a long stage. It starts at like noon. It ends at like 5. I think it starts at 11. It's hours and hours and hours of accordion music in such a wild variety. The first year they pitched it to us. We wanted a big act to headline your stage. We want like Jeff Brenner. Jeff Brenner, those not in the know, Jeff Brenner, Vancouver's avenging angel of klezmer music. Really politically strident, plays angry, sad, tragical klezmer music. Also, lots of great tunes about getting totally ripped, wasted, and getting into trouble. But, yeah, I see in the comments there. We had him at the end of our set. After the whole rest of the festival was being torn down, we were all in the street with a bunch of Jeff Brenner friends, having a little, kind of like a mosh pit in the middle of the intersection with no cars around. It was a lot of fun. Let me pick the deep recesses of my memory and see if I can play for you a Jeff Brenner song. My cat, you can't see him. He's come to investigate my very elaborate and delicate streaming setup. I am hoping that he does not disrupt it. Let's see. Jeff Brenner. It's spelled Geoffbrenner. Inspired me in the first place to take up accordion, opening for Dan Byrne at the Britannia School Auditorium. And he showed me the accordion didn't just have to be a punchline, didn't have to be restricted to the playing of Lawrence Welkian bubbly, happy champagne music. It could be used to communicate tragedy or rage. Let's see if I remember this one. The very first song I ever played on a full 120 bass instrument. Did you hear about the foolish French who hid themselves behind a trench, filled with 1,000,000 men, 10,000 heavy guns, and then figured they would be just fine. Now they had the Maginot Line, Maginot Line, Maginot Line. Thought you were so safe and strong. Maginot Line, Maginot Line. Stupid, stupid, you were wrong. You got the spelling right there. Wasn't very long at all until Mr. Hitler came to call. He said, boys, this wall, it's strong and sound. Lucky for us, we can just go around. The stout defenders fought their best, but the turrets faced east and the Germans were west. Maginot Line, Maginot Line, thought you were so safe and strong. Maginot Line, Maginot Line. Stupid, stupid, you were wrong. So if you've got something you hold dear and you'd hate to see it disappear, think that everything's just fine. Better check it one more time and reflect upon Maginot Doom. A perfect fortress makes a perfect kiln. Maginot Line, Maginot Line, thought you were so safe and strong. Maginot Line, Maginot Line, stupid, stupid, you were wrong. Maginot Line, Maginot Line, wanting some smart fellas say there's no line, there's no line. Your guns are pointing the wrong way. Your guns are pointing the wrong way. Your guns are pointing the wrong way. There we are, Jeff Burner, the amazing. About 10 years ago now, old Jeff was playing the main stage, a tweener set at the Winnipeg Folk Festival. And he was playing that song. And the Winnipeg Folk Festival that year had a big sponsor, a car company, a German car company, with their logo hanging prominently on the back of the main stage. Jeff gets to that part in the song. Wasn't very long at all till Mr. Hitler came to call. And he stops and he turns around. He goes, you know, Mr. Hitler, the guy who brought us Volkswagen. And let me tell you, that there was a lot of controversy in the Canadian folk music festival circles that summer. Gosh, that's... you just don't talk about sponsors that way. And he said, well, I mean, the historical record being what it is. Also, as a Jew, I figure I get carte blanche basically to make jokes about the Holocaust forever. So, sorry if you're offended. Oh my gosh, Jeff, what a guy. You can catch him yelling at the powers that be on social media. He has some strong ideas, strong feelings about the correct path to steer society through the housing crisis, the drug crisis, and the COVID crisis. And somehow, for some reason, believe it or not, the powers that be are not listening to this accordion player. They say, well, if he's so confident and smart, maybe he should go into politics and run himself. He actually helped establish the British Columbia chapter of the Green Party back in the 90s. He's done with that business now. Playing in bars is his bread and butter, and it keeps him a lot more honest than being a lawyer involved in real estate development. Thanks for dipping into the stream. I'm going to play some more music. This is the very first arrangement I made on behalf of the Creaking Planks, who didn't even exist yet, really. They heard me perform it to promote the performance poetry show, That's My Brain, and You're Killing It, at the Western Front, Vancouver's home of performance and conceptual art. We were at Raw and Cooked, Sarah McDougall's showcase for emerging acts, and they thought this song was so great they needed to incorporate the accordion, not just any accordion, this particular accordion, into their act. And now I'm the very last Creaking Plank, like 16 years later. I'm the last one. Original poem by Al Mater, the Minimalist Jug Band, successful slam poet, or thwarted songwriter. You be the judge. I took this poem and I knew it needed to be set to some passionate tango music. My YouTube friend there, you may have heard the works of Al Mater in the music video What's It Made of his Dead Man's Pants. This one comes first. Well, you sit with me. You came here alone. You're wondering whether to take me home. Well, I'd be delighted. First I should say, I'm a lousy lover. I'm a lousy lady. I'm a lousy lover. I'm a lousy lady. No good in the sack, no good in the hay. Well, conversation, that's my forte. 'Cause I'm a lousy lover. I'm a lousy lady. Well, my younger years were kind of a bore. I was too shy to Well, I was too shy to score. I'm a sexual moron, a physical fool. Should have gone to guidance, yeah, back in high school. Instead of Joy of Sex, I read Jean-Paul Sartre. Instead of falling in love, well, I just fell apart. I'm not bragging, oh, I'm not gay, I'm just a lousy lover. I'm a lousy lady. I'm a lousy lover. I'm a lousy lady. No good in the sack, no good in the hay. Well, conversation, that's my forte, 'cause I'm a lousy lover. I'm a lousy lady. Confidentially, my confidence is shot. I don't know what I am, but I know what I'm not. I'm no sex machine, it's not my claim to fame. Casanova's not my middle name. Student seduction, hey, that's not my style. My person should sit there, they don't want to run wild. I lack the essential sensuality. Now, I got no gift for intimacy. But I'll sleep with you if you'll sleep with me. But after it's over, I know what you'll say. You're a lousy lover, you're a lousy lady. Under the covers and you'll discover, Jesus Christ, I'm a lousy lover. I'm a lousy lover, I'm a lousy lady. No good in the sack, no good in the hay. Well, conversation, that's my forte, 'cause I'm a lousy lover, I'm a lousy lady. Oh, no, it's not me you're looking for. Oh my gosh, I'm a lousy lay. You may have heard previous musical adaptations of that one by James B. and the Royal Honey Orchestra. I think Kitty and Rooster do a version of it too, but secretly between you and me, my version, absolutely the best. Okay. Calm down, settle down everyone. Ask God, my friend on YouTube, you gotta get to bed. I'll play something instrumental so you don't have to worry you're gonna miss, the best thing since sliced bread. The stupidest accordion trick since the last one. Hey Drongo. So glad you're joining us here this evening. Oh, this is a man who is starved for entertainment. And Facebook hanging in there. It's weird. The only machine I'm able to get the fastest bandwidth pipe into is saddled with the lowest quality camera. I am very full of regrets about that. I gotta figure out my streaming setup in 2021. It's been fun, in January 2020. My band had been long since scattered to the four winds. Nobody quits. They just become unavailable. And so I did my own thing. I got my own thing together. Okay, to keep music in my life, since once you cultivate these formidable powers, you don't want to let them wither on the vine, right? So I got together a weekly accordion song cover series, Stupid Accordion Tricks, a little nod of the head, tip of the hat to David Letterman. That's a cultural reference point you don't think about very much these days, but every week I do another song. After the first year, there's like 50 some odd recordings made. Some weeks I did more than one. And to celebrate getting through my first year, a whole year of weekly accordion covers on YouTube, which, let's face it, I should have been doing this 10 years ago. Instead, I was staying up all night playing in bars to 3 people. I got 6 people on one network right now, and I got another 2 over there, a couple over there. I don't know if live music is coming back, but home streaming has a lot to recommend it if you don't like hanging out in the middle of the night in an empty room playing to the bartender. Oh my gosh, but I put on a victory concert at my longtime venue of last recourse, Spartacus Books, the anarchist bookstore where things can happen that cannot happen anywhere else. And I invited all my old musical colleagues. I said, I'm not expecting any of you to join me, but if anyone wants to come and sit in with me for a song or two, it could be fun. And a bunch of them did. And it was so much fun. Oh, God, it was so much fun. Ended late January 2020. And it warmed the cockles of my heart in this way. Live music performance. I've missed it so. But this event has really inspired me. 2020 is going to be the year that I make it happen again. Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course, that didn't happen. But it's okay. It's all right. I survived the first year. I'll survive this too. I won't get too nutty. I was already pretty nutty to begin with. But starting from my birthday last April, I started doing monthly stream performances because I missed making the music, and very happily, some weird people stumbled across them and seemed to enjoy watching them. I left comments, made requests, which I'm pleased to fulfill if they're within my power. Believe it or not, I can't play everything on this. Hilariously, much of the standard repertoire is beyond my ability, but things that definitely don't belong on accordion, that's where your chances are a little bit better. On and off, almost every month since then, I've presented a stream of some sort or another. I had an April Fool's one a few weeks ago. On an occasion, you can probably guess, got to play all my stupidest songs. Given the stupid accordion tricks premise, what's the stupidest of the stupidest? A couple of weeks ago, I put a bug in other people's ear to have a celebration of the 1-year anniversary of John Prine's untimely demise from COVID-19. That was a lot of fun. I only played a song or two in there. Got some other friends to also make some videos of their own. If you're out there, if you're thinking, oh, this guy looks like he's having fun, talking to himself in a dark living room, I am having fun, and you could be having this fun too. I recommend you try it. It's been really grounding to me, kind of reminding me who I am and what my values are and what I like. To have an opportunity to share this music with people through whatever means are available over our first pandemic year. I really would like to thank you all for being here with me and hanging in there month after month. I've worked really hard to make all my streams a little bit different and to avoid many repeats repertoire-wise. This has driven me to learn a bunch of new songs, to dig up songs from my back stacks that I haven't performed in like 15 years, if ever. But after a whole year of sets without playing repeats, the soup gets pretty thin. So it's been a year, and I'm going to share some of the highlight reel candidates to you folks in the remainder of this evening's set, which, believe it or not, is like halfway done. It took forever to set up, and now I start talking, and magically, there goes the whole hour. Just going to move you a little bit there, Facebook, so I can move my sheet music a little closer. I played this at my Car Free Day stage a couple years ago. A supremely talented creaking plank came to sit in with me, and he could not make head or tails of this. Like, what on earth are you playing? What is going on with this song? I can't figure it out. I've never heard this song before. I said, John, my friend, it's the biggest song in the world. It's the biggest song in the world right now. It has been for like 6 months. He's like, I haven't listened to anything recorded ever since 1980. You're missing out, my friend. Now, of course, I haven't played this for a year. Let's see if I can interpret my own chart here. And hit you with it. So far, so good. Got the horses in the back, horse tag is attached. Hat is matty back, got the boot up black to match. Riding on a horse, you can whip your Porsche. I'm in the valley, you ain't been off all that Porsche. Now can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. Riding on a tractor, lean all in my bladder. Cheated on my baby, you can go and ask her. My life is a movie, for riding with booty. Cowboy hat and Gucci, rattler on my booty. Can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You can't tell me nothing. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride until I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride until I can't no more. Hat down, cross town, living like a rock star. Spending a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings and Fendi sports bra. Riding down my tail with my Maserati sports car. Got no stress, I've been through all that. Like a Marlboro man, 'cause I kick on back. Wish I could roll on back to that old town road. I wanna ride until I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride until I can't no more. I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna ride until I can't no more. We were concerned when we set up this stream on Facebook as a benefit fundraiser for the Car Free Festival in Vancouver that I had a friend, Dylan Blackthorne, who had just done an album release performance, and as soon as he started playing songs from his album on the Facebook to the paid ticket holders, it pulled the plug. It said, you're playing copyrighted music in your stream. We can't have that now, can we? Or we might have to pay somebody royalties. Which I love the way YouTube handles this. Yeah, everyone's violating copyright. We put ads on everything. The people who own it get the pennies. It's not a problem. In my friend's case, it was a problem because he wrote the songs in question, he performed them, he recorded them, and I guess he registered them a little too soon because then Facebook was accusing him of stealing his own songs and wouldn't let him perform them on his stream. Which sucks, because, if you've ever tried appealing a decision Facebook algorithmically drops on you, that can be a tough road to hoe. You're not necessarily going to get anywhere, especially if your appeal involves community standards, but I'm not going to get into that. Oh my gosh. If you're watching the stream on Instagram right now, Car Free Day is including some information that allows you to help support their very worthwhile event. I'm going to read it off the screen there. Their Instagram account is Car Free YVR, which is technically the airport. Now, if it was Plane Free YVR, that would be something. But thanks everyone for being here. I know it's really hard to come up with a terse and punchy name for your product on social media because everyone has got there first. Thanks everyone for being here. Please donate if you can. carfreevancouver.org/donate. If you enjoy tonight's proceeds, don't feel you need to send me a tip. But if you're in the mood to support a worthwhile cause that provided me the excuse to be sharing music with people here this evening, please do consider Car Free Vancouver. They do good and important work, not just the promotion of accordion music, which they already have an excellent spokesperson, tireless, toiling in the mines every day, hours, walking uphill both ways. Car Free YVR does, the scope is a little bigger, and they can do more and better work, especially with your support. carfreevancouver.org, not a com, not a net, not an edu. All right, carfreevancouver.org/donate. Whatever you would have thrown in my hat as you walked by me on the sidewalk, send it to them instead. So anyway, I was thinking to myself, well, that was my Car Free performance experience, playing the world's biggest song out on the sidewalk with a totally baffled sideman. I don't think Old Town Road had quite popped at that point, but yeah, it was coming. It was coming, and it was like a freight train. It was going to keep coming. It was going to keep going and going and going. So here's as close as I have to what's the biggest song in the world today. It's more the case it was the biggest song in the world a couple weeks ago, but it's still out there. You turn on the radio, you're going to hear it. And I hear my family tiptoeing up from the basement at the other end of this room. I think they've just completed their screening of The Great Mouse Detective. And who knows, it's possible they might somehow crash the video, hopefully not in a way that totally disrupts it. We'll find out. Oh, yeah, making the cat meow. Yeah, hello, I see you, I love you.
Should I leave?
Yeah, you don't have to leave, but I should start playing music. I've got my... Wow! Where's my range here? Got my driver's license last week, just like we always talked about. You were so excited for me, finally drive up to your house. Today I drove through the suburbs, crying cause you weren't around. Probably with that blonde girl who always made me doubt. She's so much older than me, everything I'm insecure about. Yeah, today I drove through the suburbs. How could I ever love someone else? And I knew we weren't perfect, but I've never felt this way for no one. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. Yes, you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. 'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. All my friends are tired, hearing how much I miss you, but kinda feel sorry for them, 'cause they'll never know you the way I do, yeah. Today I drove through the suburbs and pictured I was driving home to you. And I know that we weren't perfect, but I never felt this way for no one. And I just can't imagine how you could be so okay now that I'm gone. 'Cause you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. And you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. I'm not sure what happened there. Red lights, stop sign, I still see your face in the white car, front yard. Can't drive past the places we used to go to. I still really love you, babe. Oh, though we're through, I still really love you, baby. Oh, and I know that we weren't perfect, but I never felt this way for no one. And I just can't imagine you could be so okay now that I'm gone. Guess you didn't mean what you wrote in that song about me. 'Cause you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. Yeah, you said forever, now I drive alone past your street. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Olivia Rodrigo. Driver's license. It only occurred to me halfway through the song, maybe a song about emotional fallout of earning your driver's license is not maybe the single most appropriate subject for a song to play in celebration of Car Free Day. It's a very pro-car song. So here's a piece from way, way in the back catalogs. It's an old one. Robert Crumb used to play it in his bluegrass ensemble, the Cheap Suit Serenaders, and all the repertoire was authentic tunes from the 20s and 30s. I don't know where this is from. It reminds me back, early 2000s. The Planks knew we had made it when we were invited to be the house band at the Western Front again for the 3-night Rouge et Noir Bicyclettes Cabaret of bicycle culture in Vancouver. That was so much fun. And I was like, wow, what are we supposed to do? What are anti-car songs? How can you play a whole set of them? No, you can just show up and rock. Show people that you believe in the cause and you're ready to have a good time. Not every song has to be about the thing in question. It can just be a good time. That's okay too. Let's see. I've never played this one before. Pedal your blues away. Forget all your troubles today. Hop on your bike anytime you like, and pedal your blues away. Pedal your blues away as you ride down the old highway, singing a song as you ride along, just pedaling your blues away. You'll find lots of happiness as you speed along. Things are hunky-dory as you fly. In the middle of your heart you'll find a new song, with your palsy-wowsy riding by your side. And pedal your blues away. You'll find love in every byway. Hold up your chin, let them see your grin, and pedal your blues away. You'll find lots of happiness as you spin along. Things are hunky-dory as you fly. In the middle of your heart you'll find a new song, your palsy-wowsy riding by your side. Pedal your blues away. You'll find love in every byway. Hold up your chin, let them see your grin, and pedal your blues away. Yeah, it turns out actually, if you ever have a chance to plumb the global brain trust of songs and music, there are a lot of tunes out there on the subject of bicycles. Way back at the turn of the century, one of my friends, crazy artist Russell, was obsessed with bicycles, launched the Vancouver Critical Mass, and wanted to start a bicycle culture radio program on the campus radio station. And he was like, but I'm not sure what I'm going to, put on it. We can have some people discussing bicycle affairs, but an hour of that every week? We can talk about writing certain routes. That could be fun. I said, Russell, I'm going to find you some content. And I fired up Napster. And I said, show me all the songs about bikes. Wow, there's a ton of them. Show me all the songs about bicycle. Whoa, there's a lot. Show me all the songs about pedal, all the songs about cycle, and dozens and dozens and dozens of tunes. The music I let's be honest here, the music I stole on that occasion ended up taking him years and years on the radio. The Pedal Revolution show even eventually followed me. Well, by the time I got to Co-op Radio, where we produce the weekly Accordion Noir program every Wednesday night from 10 to 11 p.m., the Pedal Revolutionary had also gone there. Hey, girls, since you're hanging out with me here in the room,
Can I sit with you?
could one of you do me a favor and put more water in my glass? Thank you. Here, Maeve can take it. Claire can bring it back. Everyone can be helpful. It was awesome while I was playing that Robert Crumb. My two girls were doing do-si-dos in the living room. And, you know, maybe you don't all want to expose your kids to Robert Crumb at such an early age. But it was pretty darn wholesome. Hoping my wonderful wife captured a little bit of it on her device. I've got 3 of them filming me right now. Okay. The microphone is attached to this, so by sitting in here and going creaky, creak, creak, you're going to make sure all anyone's going to hear is you sitting in it. Mm-hmm. Also not a great place. On the couch with your mom would be ideal. Joys of the home studio. A long time ago I said I was going to play an instrumental tune, I never did. So I better bust one out soon. I'm running up on the hour mark. Andy Statman's Flatbush Waltz, a stupendously talented, I understand he was a jazz clarinetist who had he was a klezmer clarinetist who had a midlife crisis and became a bluegrass mandolinist. And his repertoire was informed by both seemingly disparate schools of music. A great tune. I was unable to avoid playing when I did a gig in New York. They hate that stuff. They get so tired of it. Oh, here I'm in this place with so much history and so much culture. Everywhere you go, every block is a reference to something. Can I just live my life here? Hello? It's expensive enough. We play music like that. It's hard to say exactly when and where it's going to happen, but traditionally, for over a decade, at Spartacus Books, for the reasons I described, it being a place where things can happen that cannot happen anywhere else, we've hosted a monthly Vancouver Squeezebox Circle for people interested in being in a accordion milieu, people who are interested in the instrument and have questions, and they're looking for people who have answers. If they want to find a teacher, if they want to show off a new instrument, to get opinions, or answers to questions they may have. Once a month, we get together at Spartacus Books. We haven't been doing it, of course, for a year. But we've been having, when the weather is nice, I'm like, oh my God, weather like today, we would be out in McLean Park if public health orders permitted. Alan Zisman has been hosting a live, socially distanced outdoor installment of the Vancouver Squeezebox Circle at McLean Park, along with the Music at McLean concert series. Look them up if you're in the Strathcona area or if you need more squeezebox in your diet. But during the down season, when the weather does not permit, we have been hosting Zoom sessions of the Vancouver Squeezebox Circle, usually on the first Friday of the month, which is also not only Bandcamp Friday, an opportunity for you to financially support your favorite musicians who are not able to play gigs. They are able to sell music online, and that's a place where they can sell it and actually keep most of the money that you spend on the purchase. In addition to being Bandcamp Friday, there's a regular weekly, on and off, a few times a month on Fridays, our friends the Accordion Babes, spearheaded by René de la Prade, of the Bay Area, currently Hamburg, Germany, put together a amazing, hilarious group of kick-ass women accordion players, the Accordion Babes, that do a pin-up cheesecake calendar every year. It comes with a sampler CD with a song recorded by every month's spokesmodel, if you will, and in order to help promote the existence of these calendars, they've been having Accordion Fridays, video streams, and as perhaps the cruelest bait and switch, you get many Accordion Babes performing as part of these programs, but once a month or so, you may also get myself as part of the Accordion Friday program. I've had a lot of fun playing on the Accordion Fridays and keeping myself from getting too rusty. And if you have enjoyed what I've been sharing with you here tonight, do go out and check out Accordion Fridays. There will be another installment coming toward you sometime soon. I better play a couple more songs because I'm running out of time. This is draws from Creaking Plank's history. Some friends invited us to play their 8-year-old's birthday party, and the kids just were not having any of it. Yeah, you were in the video that time, but it's not adding value to the stream, my dear. It's just a distraction. I love you. I enjoy having you here. And this next song is the Creaking Planks kids music story. Later we found ourselves engaged to perform opening for Awesome Face, the experimental project that billed itself as the children's show for grown-ups. Kind of maybe a bit like the original Pee-wee's Playhouse. I don't know. I never saw that. It was a weird premise. We were sitting in the green room, by which I mean the table beside the stage at Café du Soleil, with the lyrics to this song. And we asked ourselves, how could we make it more for kids? Because as it is, it's really not for kids. And then we got to the bottom of that, and since we came up with these lyrics spontaneously, it's so great, we never ended up playing the song straight ever again. We improved on it by every conceivable metric. So here we go. This is what you get when your friends invite you to play their 8-year-old's birthday party, but all you have in your repertoire are Nine Inch Nails songs. You let me hacky sack you. You let me piggyback you. You let me underduck you. You let me fire track you. Help me, I think I got a boo-boo. Help me, my puppy ran away. Help me, you broke my tricycle. Help me to come over and play. I wanna hug you like a teddy bear. I wanna make you eat a mud pie. I wanna hug you like like a teddy bear. My bedtime is so unfair. I put a slug in your hair. You can't have my old Nintendo. You can have the games for it too. You can have my mean talking cards. You can have my fake piece of poo. Help me, you broke my treehouse. Help me, I think I wet the bed. Help me, my ice cream fell right off the cone. Help me, cause my goldfish is dead. I wanna hug you like a teddy bear. I wanna make you eat a mud pie. I wanna hug you like a teddy bear. My bedtime is so unfair. I put a slug in your hair. Just a regular slug. No subtext. No metaphor. You know, I got more music for you, but it's been an hour for Facebook. It's been like an hour and a quarter for Instagram, YouTube. Thanks for hanging in there. Sorry it took a while to get it going. I can't really improve on that. Back in the Planks days, if the audience was still howling for more, we'd play some Gogol Bordello. We'd play Snazzy Portland. Then to finally get them to go away, we would play Laurie Anderson, So Superman. That could be like 10 minutes right there. And it's great, but you know, you can find me playing that on the internet, lying in a hammock in a Portland basement. Just look it up. It's great. It's good fun. On the Creaking Planks account, I think. Anyway, my friends, I have been Rowan Lipkiewicz of Accordion Noir, of Stupid Accordion Tricks, of the Creaking Planks, of Accordion Noir Radio, and I'd like to thank you all for joining me here this evening. Probably next month I'll do another stream on some subject. And you've been helping give me an excuse to spread my strange weirdness into the world, for which I thank you. And you have an opportunity to help support a very worthwhile cause of Car-Free Day, Vancouver. Any donation, any financial support you could offer via carfreevancouver.org/donate. It's worth my while to mention it is also the spring member drive for CFRO, Co-op Community Radio, the parent radio station of Accordion Noir Radio. If you have a Co-op Radio membership that is lapsing, you could renew it, and when you do, you could tell them my favorite program at Co-op Radio is Accordion Noir. If you don't have a membership, for as little as $5, you could buy one and tell them my favorite radio show is Accordion Noir. Co-op Radio is also the sort of situation where things are possible that cannot happen anywhere else. And so much wonderful weirdness has come into the world as a consequence of the things that have been allowed to take place at places like Spartacus Books and Co-op Radio. So much music has been brought to so many happy people who really enjoyed things they were never expecting to hear. I'm not a man of great financial resources. Every time I find, through my younger activist years as a very passionate but very impoverished fellow, every time I found a good cause, I would say, I really want to support you, but all I have to support you with is accordion music. If you ever find an occasion where you can tap that, please don't hesitate to look me up. And it's helped. It's helped. It's helped the world. You figure out whatever it is you do that helps you share your strange spark with the universe, and try to figure out whatever circumstances can help you set it alight and share it with all the other strange sparks out there, because that's the best part of life, basically. Thanks again so much, Car-Free Vancouver, for giving me the opportunity to have this stream. As much like pulling teeth as it was getting it going. Really glad I had a chance to do it. And future installments, I'm so hoping we'll have some of these technical issues ironed out. But we'll see. As I say at the end of every installment of the monthly Squeezebox Circle email newsletter that I've written over 100 installments of for over a decade. Cheers and squeeze on. Now, a really weird, awkward part where one by one I shut down all the streaming services. Good night, Facebook. You were the last to join us and the first to have your